Hey, how's it going, guys? Welcome to my tutorial on how to edit Minecraft renders, how to do lighting effects, and color correction. Yeah, let's get started on this, guys. So I'm gonna get started on the Minecraft edit first. I want to show you guys how to edit my Minecraft renders. So first, you're gonna have your Minecraft render, of course. So first, you're gonna want to open your blending options, okay? And once you have your blending options up, you're gonna start with Gradient Overlay. And personally, I like to go black and white. So yeah, this option right here, this preset, click OK, and then you're going to set your blend mode to overlay. Okay, and personally, I like to have the opacity at around, I'd go maybe 45. Yeah, I usually do 45 to 50-ish. That's good. And the next step, I like to go with inner glow. Always use inner glow. It's such a great effect. Makes your render stand out a lot more. And I like to have it on overlay. Make sure it's white. Opacity is at 100%. And the only thing you really want to mess with, you can mess with the choke if you want. I don't really use the choke though, personally. But you're gonna want to set your size. I usually go probably around 20, between 15 to 20, maybe 25. It's up to you. But for this tutorial, I'm gonna go 18. And that's it for your layer styles. And now that you have your layer styles here, now you're gonna want to press Control J, which duplicates your layer. And now that you have your duplicate here, you want to go to Filter and then Filter Gallery. Okay, and then you're gonna want to go to Stylize and then Glowing Edges. Let me zoom out a little bit here so you guys can see a little more. Oh, and by the way, guys, this is prepared just to see just the worst commentary you're ever going to witness. Commentary is not really my thing. Completely getting off topic here. But I want to show you guys my glowing edge settings. So I like to have my edge width at 2, edge brightness at 4, and my smoothness at 2. Okay? Perfect. And then once you have that, you want to rasterize your layer. Then you want to go to you want to change your blending mode to linear dodge add. Alright. Then you want to go to your eraser tool. And you just want to erase you want to erase most of it, but still at the same time, not too much. I usually like to just erase the parts that look a little weird to you. I like to keep most of it though. Maybe just the back. Right there. I might time lapse it. Yeah, just erase whatever looks funny to you. I usually like to erase the sword here and the face, and I like to keep just like the top of the hair. Alright. So yeah, that's good. Then you want to do shift. You want to shift click layer your render. Make sure you have this layer and your render together. You want to press Control E. That just merges your layer together. You guys, this is for a tutorial. This is for people who have that knows Photoshop. This is for like beginners. So you guys should know the steps. Okay. So now that you have that, you want to duplicate your layer again. You want to go to Filter Gallery once again, and you want to go to your artistic and then plastic wrap. Okay. And my settings are, my highlight strength is at 15, my detail is at 9, and my smoothness is at 7. Okay. And you want to set your blending mode to soft light. I always go soft light. Looks pretty good to me. And you want to change your opacity down, not a little bit. I usually go around, I'd say 30-ish. I usually go 30. And then, once again, you just want to erase the parts that have too much plastic wrap where you can see it really easily. It just gives it a nice effect. And that's good. And then, once again, you want to merge these two layers together, Control E on your keyboard. Alright, and now that you have that, you want to go to Filter Liquify. Okay, right here. I'll show you guys how I liquefy my renders. Alright, so first, you want to change your brush size. Just this. I want to say a tad bigger than the Minecraft head. Maybe a little smaller. Maybe, I don't know. But what I usually do, I usually make the top of the head just a little bigger. I make that bigger, and I usually take I push this side to the left, this side to the right a bit. And if your Minecraft render has like a hood or something, I usually like do this right here. Just gives it like a wavy effect. Okay, so you just want to liquefy. And for the arms, I like to just do this liquefy, like the shirt right here. Give that effect, that wavy effect. Looks pretty nice. Maybe the back, do that wave effect. Just a little bit, not too much though. That looks good to me. Alright, so now that you have your liquefying done, that should be it for that. So now I want to show you guys how I do the eyes. Alright, that's the next step. And by the way, this tutorial isn't for people who really use the Anishwish V9 rig. I don't really use that at all, to be honest. I think I said that right. Yeah. This tutorial is not really meant for that rig, so any rig besides that. Alright. But anyways, let me show you guys how I do my eyes for the Minecraft renders. So first I want to take this polygonal lasso tool, and I just like the box around the eye. Okay. Now that you have that, make sure you have a new layer. Okay. You want to go to your brush tool and go black. Okay. Make it a little bigger, around this size right here. And I like to have a little black on the edges of the eye. So it'll make it stand out a lot more. Okay. Now that you have that, just lower the opacity just a bit. I usually maybe around 85 or 90. I'll go 85. Okay. And then you're gonna want to do the same thing with the other eye. So I'll just do that really quick. Okay, so now that you've done that, I usually just merge those layers together, Control E, and then I'm gonna show you how to do the eye glitter. I usually do the basic circle eye glitter. So you just make a new layer, go to white. You want to go to your brush tool and make sure it's you want to set it to the brush that's like just the solid color. This one right here. Okay. And now I usually that size good. That's good. Okay, so you want to make 2 circles, one on each eye, and then you want to make a smaller one just below it. Like that. Oh, that's good. And then you want to go to blending options. Okay. And then I usually go with the outer glow. You can set your opacity to 100 if you want, and you just want to change the size around 3 or 4 pixels. You just want that a little bit. This makes it have a little glow effect. Not too special, but okay. And now I like to make another layer. I usually like to press Alt, take the color of the eye, just make it a little bit brighter, and make sure you change your brush back to the default one. This one right here. I like to go over it with that color of your eye, and then I usually go color dodge. It just makes your eye a little more brighter so you can see it. Okay, and that's it for the eyes. Now, you can just merge those layers together like that. And now I'm going to show you how I do the mouth. Now, usually in Cinema4D, I usually just take the mouth out because I use this pack from Hansel, the glitter eyes pack, V3, because I'll actually put this pack in the description. It provides a mouth pack, and these things are just awesome. I just love the look. They look great. I use them in most of my banners, so I'm gonna pick one here. So you can just pick you can pick whatever one you want. Or, like I said, link is in the description if you want to use these. But you can skip this step if you want. But if you want to use a mouth from Cinema4D, so there's 6 mouths here, and you just want to pick the one you want. Okay, so I'm gonna go. I'll go mouth number 3. Why not? So you just want to duplicate that layer into your workspace or screenshot, whatever. Okay, Control T on your keyboard. It's gonna be really small and probably not in your workspace, so you might have to zoom out. So you just want to make it bigger, bring it in. Okay, and just make it smaller. You want to zoom in back into the face, and you just want to place it wherever you want. You can also adjust the size if you want. Whatever you like best. And that's it for your face. Actually, no, I'm missing a step. You just want to merge these layers together. Make another new layer. You want to get your polygonal lasso tool again. And you want to go around the skin like this. You just want to go around the face like that. You want to grab your paintbrush tool. You want to go to black. And you're pretty much doing the same thing with the eye, but just with the face here. Okay. So you just want to go around it with black. And now you just want to lower the opacity a bit. Not too much though. Maybe like 60-ish. Okay. So now that you have that nice shadow effect. That's pretty much it for your render effects editing right there. Okay, so now I'm gonna show you guys how I do my CC. Alright, so let's get started. I'm just gonna quickly merge these 2 layers together. So now we have our completed edited render. So now I'm gonna do some CC. So first, how I do my CC, I like to go with gradient map right here. Okay, and then you're gonna want to set your preset to the black and white. Okay, and now I like to set it to soft light, and I just change the opacity. I lower it to around 30, between 20 and 30. I want to go 30. Okay, and now that's done. I'm gonna show the next step. So now you want to go to exposure. So you're barely changing the exposure. You just want to move it just a little bit. Do however you want it. It just makes it a little brighter. And then you just want to fix your camera correction here. Just a little darker. Okay. So the exposure is done. And then now this is optional right here. Photo filter. It depends. You can use it if you want to, but you can just pick color. Depends on what your screenshot is or how your Minecraft render looks. So I'm gonna do blue right here. You can just change the density. Okay, not around 40% ish. Yeah, I'll do 40. That just makes it a little more blue. It suits the render a lot more. Okay, so now you want to go to curves, and you just want to make 2 points. One around here, you want to make that go above, and then you want to make another point. Goes a little down, a little more here. Okay. And then you want to make another curves layer right here, but you're going to change the RGB to red, and you just want to adjust the colors to however you want. I usually take the red out and I raise the bottom a little. No, not too much though. And then the green, I usually take out the green, makes it more purple. Okay, maybe raise the green a little bit at the bottom here. Not too much though. And the blue, I usually raise the blue, but I drop it down a little more over here. Okay, so now that's how I do my CC. It's actually really simple. I'm not sure if it's meant for daytime screenshots, but that's how I do my CC when it's a nighttime screenshot. Really simple, really easy. Anyway, you guys can do it. Okay, so I just like to make a group, take all these layers, like shift clicking from curves to the gradient map 1, and you just drag it into that folder, and oops, you can just rename it to CC. So there's the difference. See, it makes your work stand out a lot more. Looks great, looks really nice. Okay, so that's how I do my color correction, and final step, I want to show you guys some light effects. Okay, so let's get started. So I'm just gonna place my render down here a little bit. Or actually, no. Right here is good, actually. Okay, so first you want to make a new layer. Make sure it's below your render. You want to have a black paintbrush. You might want to change the size, and you just want to click 1 or 2 times. Okay, so then you want to press Control T, and you're pretty much just making a shadow under your layer. Okay, so you just want to make it go underneath the feet. You just want to adjust it to your liking. Okay. What you have for that? That's good. I don't want to erase the left a little bit because it's not really there. Okay. So you just want to change the opacity just a little bit, probably around 75 to 80, or maybe actually no, below 70, or just do however you want it. Maybe 60 is good. Okay, and so you got your little shadow effect, and now you want to make another new layer, and you want to press Alt so you make that icon thing. You want to click the gap between those 2 layers so that's connected to that layer. And then you want to still have your paintbrush, go to black, and you want to zoom in where your feet are. Okay, and you just want to, I usually use my black paintbrush, darken the feet up so it blends with the shadow a lot more. So, and just like maybe the sword bit too. So pretty much your shadows are done. And the next step, I'm going to show you some more lighting effects right here. So if you have any other lighting in your screenshots for perhaps the moon, if it's a nighttime, or the sun, any light source in your screenshot, just take that color, so perhaps white. I'm going to be making the moon a little brighter. You just want to click on it. I guess if it's white, it doesn't really matter, but go to screen, lower the opacity a bit, make it just a little bit brighter. And you want to make another new layer. Do the Alt, click the gap. I don't know what the specific what's this called, but sorry. So now you want to have a similar color to the sky or the moon, perhaps. Then you want to change your brush size and just. Oops. Okay. Just want to put light on the back of the render, or wherever your render is facing. And I don't think you have to change the opacity, or you can screen if you want. Doesn't really matter. I'll maybe just change it just a little bit. 92. That's good. Okay. So you got your natural lighting from your screenshot done. So now I'm going to show you guys how to do with these swords. You need another layer. If your render has a sword, just some lighting effects here. So you want to do Alt, take a color that's really similar to your sword. So let's go with blue here. And I just like to go over it with the brush like that. Okay. And then you want to set the mode to screen. And you want to lower the opacity. You don't want it too high. I'd say 30-ish is good. Okay. Or maybe a little more. It's up to you guys. Just do whatever you think looks best. I think that looks good. Okay. And then you want to make another new layer. Alt, just to connect it to your render. And you're pretty much doing the exact same thing with the light from the moon, but with the sword. So you want to have a blue, nice blue color. And you just want to go over. Oops. Okay. So go here. And you could also do the sword, make that brighter. You're doing the exact same thing. So you want to make another layer. Use the same color. Just make it bigger and go like that. Maybe set it to color dodge. Or no, screen. Whoops. And you want to change the opacity just a little bit. Like that. Okay. Really basic lighting stuff. Okay. And so that's how I do my lighting. You can I'll also show you another method where you can do both. You want to take you want to go to your brush, the brush panel over here, and I like to go with this tool right here. You like to set your bristle to 1, your length around 130, thickness 1, stiffness between 80 and 90. You want to have your angle at 90 degrees or 90, I think. 0. I think 0 actually. 0. Okay, so now you have that tool right here. Make sure you have a new layer. Have a almost white color, but still, I really like a sky blue or whatever color you think, just a really bright version of that color. And you want to make a new layer. Make sure it's connected to your render. You just want to make some lines, glowing edges like here. Okay, so once you have that done, you can do this all around. like the hair and everything, but I'm just gonna do a little bit here, just for an example. So you just want to lower the opacity down. You don't want it too high; it'll look kind of weird. You set you want to set your blending mode to screen. That looks good. And now you want to take your eraser, just erase just small bits, just that, so you don't see it too much, so it doesn't. Okay, so now the final step, or you actually should have done this first, but I forgot to add that. My mistake, guys. So now you want to take your polygonal lasso tool once more, and you have to be on your render layer, and you just I usually like to do the legs. You just want to take parts. If your render is involved in motion, this is the best way of doing this. It'll make it look a lot more real. So you just want to take parts of your render, probably the whole back side. Okay. And then you want to go to filter, blur, motion blur, and you just want to motion blur it. The distance, it's usually to your liking, but if I would give you a recommendation, I'd say around 12, 14. I'll just do 12 for this tutorial. So yeah, you can do that again. And yeah, now you got that nice little motion blur effect if your character's in motion, if he's like running. Now you got that blur, it's a lot more real. And also, if you want, you can take your screenshot filter, put motion or Gaussian blur. Oh gosh. Blur it just a bit. I'd say you don't want too much of blur. Maybe you want 1.5. Okay. And that's pretty much it, guys, on how I do Minecraft render edits, color correction, and light effects, all the shadows, blending. I really hope this tutorial helped you guys. Please leave a like, comment, subscribe, ask questions if you have to. I'll do my best to answer them. And yeah, that's it. Take care, guys. Thanks for watching.